Ferrin Gallery. This is the work of Jason Walker, and he's our featured artist this year at SOPA. Came from a series that he did after a hike in the Escalante National Forest, where he went out with a sketchbook, and the tiles are directly out of the sketchbook. And they created a group of pieces that work with the ideas of the Hudson River School type artwork, where man went into nature and looked at it from above, and it was pure. There was John Muir type ideas about mechanized life and the poison of society. So he's updated that, but using some of the same symbolic imagery, like the people that would be in those paintings would often be carrying a gun or an axe and going into pure nature. So the rabbit, the jackrabbit with its axe. That piece is on a flash flood, and he was camping in this canyon and noticed all the debris in the tops of the trees. And the debris came from the flash flood. So he interpreted the debris of our society in a natural surrounding, calling it flash flood. The piece over here is a ball and chain of civilization, and it's a teapot form, but using references to plugs and gears, but with this very traditional blue and white Delft type painting of a canyon. But talking about sort of the referencing that John Muir idea of civilization being the ball and chain. He really got into the mechanized parts on this piece. So this is a big leap for him, taking an entire year and focusing on one concept to produce this whole body of related pieces. And it started with a grant application that he didn't get the grant, but he decided to do it anyway. So we were really thrilled. This is our 5th year showing his work here, and it's been a pleasure to watch him grow from sort of graduate school to now. And some of the other work in our stand this year are like that, just right out of graduate school. And it was great to see, them riding the coattails of the other artists who are more established, and sort of getting the spirit and getting kind of the bite of making a living from producing great artwork and not just from teaching or having a day job. So Jason's sort of a perfect example of how the system works. And, this year was great because so many of these younger artists were given that first shot. This is the work of Chris Antiman. She's a young artist from Eastern Oregon. She's been at the Archie Bray Foundation and at Kohler. This is probably our 5th year of showing her work on and off, and it's a really great series that she started using sort of a takeoff on Meissen or Staffordshire, the French figurines. And she, has always had references to historic porcelain, but in this case, she kind of went in the direction of a lot of contemporary artists of using, autobiography with historic references, like with Cindy Sherman in photography. She moved into doing this in 3D ceramics. So in a show like this, where the decorative arts is obvious, she surprises people because they look at it from afar and think it's something very different than what it is when you look up close. It's been very entertaining to work with the public about this work, over the course of the show. Everybody's got another story to tell you while they're looking at work. It's interpretive that way. This is pretty exciting. She's got a lot of opportunities coming up with the press, some museum installations, and again, she's like some of the other artists here. It's a real pleasure to watch the career grow and be able to sort of produce an opportunity and then let it sit here for 4 days and see what happens. And she went home just beaming.